sunlight to all. You know what's frightening? Living again in a whole nother world. Being somewhat of a whole new version. Picture that. And you find out that you're in a whole new world. Or at least this world had began again. So instantly you feel, I'm a new creation, a new version. Until you realize you come into this world in this new, supposedly begin again world with all the things that held you back in the last one. You came with your limitations. It's the talk of my discussion this morning because I had a dream. And this dream wasn't saying it was a whole new world, but it was my dream world. And my dream, I remember having to deal with a limitation of mine. And it held me back. It took up the whole dream. It's like, for instance, if you have a child and it's your responsibility. And so you can't just go. And let's say you've forgotten because you're in a whole new world, supposedly. You're thinking you're a whole new version. And then you realize, wait, I have a child. So then in the dream, you gotta run back. You can't just go straight. You gotta run back. It's like you gotta run back down this hill to only grab your baby and then run back up the hill to continue where you were going. But here's the thing. You realize how horrible it would be. Not the baby, but whatever limits you in this world. That would follow you, that could follow you into your next world. Now, that's not my belief, of course not, but it is a talk of discussion because hypothetically, and there have been times where I go inside myself and I dream. There's been times where I've had to deal with what my limitation is in this world in my dream. It becomes really real when I wake up and I realize, that was such a tiring dream because I was limited, you see. I had to worry about that one thing, whatever that is for a person. You know, and the emotion that comes from it is, it's just scary to know that you can live again, be in another whole new world. But is it really far-fetched when you can go and change your name, change your scenery, change where you live, continue going somewhere different? Are you not still you? Are you not still the same version? You are. We are. We'd only be running. We're not free until we're free. We're not free until we're free from this body. We're not free until God takes away the bondages and your limitations. And I know he can do it. I not only believe, but I know he can do it because he took away one of my bondages. I'm sure he's probably taken away a few, but one stands out, and that's fear. He's taken away fear. Isn't he the man of miracles? He could do it. I know I don't just believe, I know he can. And he's done it to me before. So yes, he can change you and in the world that you're in, at whatever age you may be. That is why you want to make good with your creator, because he has your soul. And people talk about reincarnation and the resurrection. Do you know what that means? It means to live again. That he has your soul, and he'll do what he wants with your soul. If he wants to destroy your soul, he shall, and you will never live again, and you won't even know, because you would never have existed up until that moment. Well, we're gonna just say that that's not gonna happen. We're just going to say that in this case, what I'm discussing, all the limitations that you were born with in this world, being born into sin, your mom being born into sin, your mom's being born into sin, your mom's being born into sin, whatever come with that. Any limitations, curses, unfortunate dealings that you have to live with. All of that doesn't have to be if God allows for those things to be not something that will hinder you. The way I see it in this world is I see my limitations as my defense system. It saves me. It humbles me. It keeps me from going too far. Like how I just would like to just go and go and go and go. Because what's holding me back? Nothing physically. Well, not a person. Like, why can't I just live my life? I'm healthy. I don't need to rely on the system, per se. I mean, I'll obviously still need food, and that's the thing. The system feeds us, but I mean, even still with that, I wouldn't even be worried about the food. God can grow a tree right in front of me if need be. And there's nothing wrong with fasting. Look at this strawberry. What in the world? Let's see. Okay. Look at this. Looks like a healthy one. It would be definitely frightening for it to have been reality in a whole new place, well, world, in a whole new version that you thought you were. But that is why it's a dream. Not all dreams are in that world. Ugh. Eee. This one I definitely taken something from it, a message. You want to make do and, well, make good with your creator. because we're in this world to learn our lessons, to accomplish the will, to fulfill it, only to go on and live our life, only to live our highest version, not to live all this again like we didn't learn anything, like we failed or something. It can be someone's fate, I'm sure, the bad minds in this world, but not ours. Remembering that the creator is the one that controls and has your soul. That's where you're going, wherever he puts you. You know how he puts you in a certain family? And hopefully most people are thankful for just being who they are in this world, for the most part. Like, Father, you have blessed me in so many ways, because it could have been far worse. That's the creator. Man didn't do that. Your mother didn't do that. If anything, let's just be real. Let's be raw. It's not being negative. It's just telling the truth about it. They may have left you with nothing. If it was up to man, up to the people that, the family that he put you in, if it was up to them and they had control of your soul, they would have destroyed it. They would have did far worse things that you could only imagine. I believe it. They would have left you high and dry. I mean, they do. Most do, okay? Let's get real. I don't have time for anything else but that. Like, oh, don't say that. It's the truth, Susie. If you don't already know by now, Susie was handed a silver spoon, so. So we don't blame her. She doesn't know outside of her little box she lives in the reality of things. Where's my spray? Clean the stove. So thank God there is a Father of fathers. And according to certain men here being called lords, thank God there's a Lord of Lords. Because we need someone fair and righteous to govern these things, be in control. Like, who is in control of my soul? Who is in control of my heart? Who can destroy those things? You better hope that there is a God above all people, above all these sort of beings here, because you start to realize the sort of beings that live here, how they think, how they do things. You wouldn't really want to put your trust in them. Amen. And it's not to be mean or hard on human beings, but it's true, is it not? I don't even have to read the Bible to know that. To find out if it's a verse or not. Put my trust in me, daughter. Yeah, I'm sure. I've lived in the world to be confident in what I say. You give a person no choice. If things could have been different, they would have been, but they're not. Time and time again, generations, even statistics show that you can never trust man. You can trust the few, and they're the minority in the world, but even still, they're never seen or heard, and that's when you gotta hope for the truth, hope for the best. And only God can give that. Because in the places where they hide the truth and those people, those few, again, if it was up to man, they would still have been in those places. They would have been still destroyed. So again, we still need God. We still need someone higher. Because man has some evil ways about them. It's just the truth. Like, there's evil there as well. And it shows by your fruits. You may not have the best interest. And maybe you want to, but you just don't. And you can't really understand that about yourself. Yeah, well, I'm not here to really try to figure it out. It's just that, okay, well, I can't trust you then. No one can. You can't even trust yourself. Getting real with this reality, it starts with getting real with yourself. Getting real with yourself makes it more easy for you to put all of your issues and all of what you are in God's hands. It's something higher. Again, you may ask, what's this message for? It's to wake you up, wake us all up again and again at the fact that if we're going to be in this illusion of a system, I want to make sure that my mind, what I listen to, what I see, what I can control, is not only up to me, but it's leading me to the place of being free rather than not being awake and it not leading me to a place where I'm free, but instead even more stuck in digging myself in a deeper pit. These messages sort of open your mind. That's why it's sort of the raw truth of the world. It's not gonna sound nice. It's not gonna sound nice. Just like when I say things like respect is earned, so you shouldn't tolerate any disrespect or anything less than what you deserve. To someone that's mean, to someone that's so mean, please. To someone that's so disrespectful, maybe an older person, maybe someone with title. But I mean, what do they expect? You've matured. Isn't that what they'd want if they had the best intentions for you? You're seeing the world clearly. You're seeing people for who they are and how they present themselves. You're actually looking out for them. You're looking out for yourself. How could that be so negative? Yes, ultimately you're giving people ultimatums in a way without having to say it's an ultimatum. That if you can't really talk to me or fix the way that you're talking to me, because I'm allowing you to see how you're talking to me and how it makes me feel, then you don't have to. We don't have to do this. Or they will realize when you're not there. And instead of people focusing on the truth, the fact, they want to focus on their emotions, their ego, their pride, that they're hurt by it. And if they're not hurt, they're just, they want to hurt you. Either way, it's all negative. That's negative. But they want to see it as, they want to see the righteous things of the world. The righteous ways of a person to be what? Too much? Woo! Too much. So predictable. You know, if this was a prophecy. Yeah, Father, if this was written. And it may be. I'm sure that it is. I can believe it. that how would the world perceive the truth? Would they welcome it? Would they take it in? Would they want to understand? And now knowing this better, do better? Once again, having no choice but to confess the truth. Well, from history and from what I'm still seeing, they don't take lightly to it. And is it my responsibility to try to make sense of why they don't? Like, oh, Father, they don't take in the truth and don't want the truth because they want to stay in lies. I mean, that's even worse. How about you tell the Father? Why, instead of respecting the person, seeing the person as a being, not a daughter, not a niece, not a grandson, not a friend, just a being. Why can't you do that? Are we not all adults now? Why can't you see me as an adult? Why can't you see that truth? Why can't you accept that truth? Why can't we all speak as an adult? Why can't you accept that truth? But instead, once again, you want to focus on your ego and your pride. You shouldn't be talking to me like that. Why not? I'm not cursing at you. I'm not yelling at you. I actually want to talk and you don't want to talk. So I'm actually trying to be cordial. Trying to make sense of the situation. Explain our reasons. I'm trying to actually hear you out. If they want to be the slightest truthful, which I got in somewhat of some truth from a person, they slipped out and said, I don't know what's wrong. I believe they said, I don't know what's wrong with me. This is just not how our family, this is not what the community does. Like, we don't, I think that's what they were trying to convey, that we don't talk about things. And I said, but how is that my problem? When I'm right here trying to be and being that person that wants to talk about things, wants to understand. Like, I'm not a surface level person, and I told this person because I said, we don't have to do this, okay? And that came up because, yes, if we're going to interact this way, it's not going to be healthy. So we don't have to do this if this is going to continue on happening. And it's only going to continue on happening if every time I speak to you, it's with a certain tone, or it's one-sided where, you know, you asking me questions, okay, I answer it, and I start asking you questions, and then it's, oh no, I don't want to answer it. And it's everyday questions. At one point in your life, you're gonna start questioning what's the part of people can ask. You can ask people questions, but people can't ask you questions. Like, what is that? And then you don't want to hear it. But it's a simple question. It's not nothing big or nothing hard. It's the simplest things. And if you can't answer to the simplest things, then we don't need to go no further. No one's asking you about literally your life choices, the choices that are not so good. We're just asking, it seems to be that I've noticed, knowing you, that we may have already known about you, but we just said, oh, it's her, you know, whatever, we love her. But again, it only takes that one time for a light bulb to come on and say, hey, I didn't like how I felt when I was brushed off, or my answer wasn't answered, when it was just a simple answer like, what'd you do today, or what do you got going on? Things that everyday people ask, and things that the person may have asked you. What's up? But you see, I guess in certain people's minds, they may be calling you just to say hello, how you doing? Hope you're well. Click. There's a lot of people like that, just so that they can feel good about themselves. So that at night they know they're not the best person or the best parent or the best friend, but at least they can sleep at night because they know that they've reached out. Not that they wanted an actual conversation with you, not that they wanted to actually hear you. It was all for their self-gain. Isn't that the raw truth? Am I not here to expose? You got certain people's content exposing celebrities. What's so different? You love that. What's the issue with me? See that sort of thing, those people that expose, but more so expose celebrities. I'm exposing everyday people. If the shoe fits, wear it. So yeah, that's celebrities, everybody. That sort of thing is going to keep you in this illusion. This right here is going to break it. You're going to be able to break out of it. You know, break out of this slump. The slump that people don't recognize is a slump, is a pit, is a snare, an illusion. Because you're pulling off the valve, breaking the glass. Yes, the glass that was just intact. The valve that was perfectly aligned. Snatch it. Somebody got to do it. I just got this memory. She's gonna turn your house upside down. She never lies. Something inside of her said exactly. She couldn't say that this respects her. She couldn't say that I was, right, like this just demon child. But she did say she's gonna turn your house upside down. She's gonna mess up your house. And sure I am. I mean, I'm pulling the wall. I'm breaking the wall down. I am bursting the freaking roof off. I'm exposing everything in this house, in this kingdom. So yes, from the outside looking in, I am rebellious. I am the enemy. I'm the bad guy. I am who I am. That is why it is important to know to see, know me, to understand these things. But forgive them, Father, for they don't know what we do, what we say. They can't see what we're doing. They can't see through the things of what we say. Because not only do they not say some don't understand, but most of them don't accept it. But understand what I'm doing to understand me. Understand what I'm doing to be able to see what I'm doing. See beyond the, all of this that is on the surface. How is this ever going to change? How is there ever going to be true change? How is there ever going to be justice? What? Keep talking about celebrity news? Is that going to bring justice? Keep going to these institutes and allowing them to teach you one-sided, one way, and their doctrine, and leave out the rest of the truth or the full truth? But all you see is a degree in college. All you see is more money. That's going to save you? Because of what you see? Not being able to see the full truth, to understand the reasons why I have to do this, why I do this, why I have to kick the door in, why it's important to have a black sheep in your family. The same people that you despise will rise. And I'll leave it there.